Okay guys, and welcome back to another live swing trading video here on KTB. Essentially, we have just opened this position right near the end of the day here. Market just closed about a minute or two ago before we got triggered. You can see we have 250 shares at $16.50. That's because the stop is going to be about $2 away, $500 risk. That's how that will change. So essentially what we're looking at here is a bit of a descending triangle right in through here that has broken out, retested underneath, and a really strong day happening today. So it popped up on one of my optimized backtest scans. So I know the statistics behind this trade pretty much already. A 40% short float is huge. So if we get any kind of ramp here, then we know there's a whole bunch of people that potentially has to cover. So that's the plan for now. The trade is triggered, the stop is in. Now it's just the order management, which we will talk about as the trade unfolds. All right, guys, so here we are back on KTB 4 days later, I think, and it's been way better than I would expect it did. Just rocketed kind of straight up here. We took half off the table on this kind of first 15-minute bar, just because we are almost 3R or so at this point. Taking off half, again, the plan will always remain the same, where it's now just up to the short-term moving average, and the first close below that, I will close the rest. If something kind of crazy happens and we spike even further on Monday or sometime later, then I may take another half off and just go from 250 shares to 125 down to 75 or whatever the number would be then, reducing as I go. But this moving average trailing stop is something that I found that's not so much the best way to do things, but it's the way that kind of keeps my head in check and keeps me from doing anything crazy. Okay guys, and here we are back on KTB, which we got stopped out on a little gap down in the market this morning. I will be back recording at the end of the day just to go over the trade, what happened, and what I think I can do better for the next one. Okay, so to summarize KTB here, we were essentially looking at this descending triangle that happened kind of in this area that looked like it broke out, came back, retested that, and then looked like it was pushing higher. So we purchased some in through here, and we got a sell off here as well, and about $1,000 on this trade, risking 500 gives us 2R on this one. So again, can't complain too much. What I would improve is when we've got this separated from the moving average between this and I'm sure the missed trade that you've either seen or will see, I have a tendency, I guess, to get greedy when I do get these kind of crazy pops in my favor. So what I need to start doing a little more, and the reason I'm showing you guys this is to show that you should always be fighting to get better and better as kind of things go on, is that next time I see kind of a big amount of separation between the moving average and the stock price, kind of exit more of the position there, because as it fell and then when it closed below that moving average, I put a stop right below there, and you can see we got triggered out. Going from here is our entry all the way up to here to coming all the way back to just giving us a little bit of profit on the end, again, for that 2R trade. Looking back, maybe 2/3 or 3/4 of the position out where I took out that initial part right here, which was at this resistance area, and then when things pulled back, it wouldn't affect me as much. I can always re-enter if I want to build back into a position. Entry was great, stop loss was great, first exit was great, little bit greedier on the second, but again, if you can make 2R on a trade and just do that over and over again, then in the long run, you'll be a happy camper. So again, take what I've learned from this trade and move on to the next.